Hello guys, Yoshi here, and welcome back to my playthrough of Crash Team Racing Nitro Field. In the last video, we finished off the crystal challenges, every single track there. Now we're going to do battle. We're going to just do it once per thing because, let's be honest, it's not really fun. So, I'm going to do Lab Basement because that was my favorite. We're going to basically try all 5 modes here today for your pleasure. It's going to be kind of a short video, but it is what it is. I figured may as well show this off. We'll just leave it on the default setup with the AI difficulty set to medium again, because screw hard, they get too heady. They're too fast. Oh, for some reason it's set to players. Okay. I didn't notice that. I was about to say. Okay. That was a mistake. Never mind, I guess the default settings are for players for some reason. Wait, did someone actually do battle on my file then the last time? I honestly don't remember that. But whatever. So all of the rounds will be done on Lab Basement, at least that I know of, that I want to do. Because any other one would just be mad. I might actually swap though between that and Tiny, but I think to keep it basic, we're just gonna stick with one track here. So, limit battle, you basically have to get a bunch of items and then hit as many CPUs as you can with items. And you basically want to get a bunch of items. So you basically just run around in a circle trying to blow people up, and if you hit someone with an item, they will blow up and you will get a point. And your goal is to get the most points within 3 minutes to do it. Again, each of these battles are played with the default settings. You can pretty much just farm one item box right away. Oh, by the way, you definitely want to use your look back feature if you're able to do that. I can't do that for some reason. Gosh dang it. Keep in mind, all of this is RNG, so you could get like 3 of those stupid fades in a row for some reason. Okay, Nitro's good. Nice. Stopped a bar. Ah, miss. Of course, there's still a reason to keep on going for power-ups. This is only my first run, of course, of this, so it's hard to know exactly how this will go. Everyone was going for like one player there for some reason. keep in mind, this is not required for 100%, so to be honest, I don't really care. For each one after this, we're just gonna simply change the setup. I believe that's what you want, in order to change the setup. So that's the limit battle, that's more like the original mode. And then we have capture the flag, which is done on teams. Grab the other team's flag, bring it back to your team portal to win big. Players 1, AI count 4, point limit. Yeah, okay, so that is default this time. I was about to say, why was that set to 4 players? I think my friends may have came on over and done a battle, and I did not know about that, because it got set to 4 for some reason. Well, I guess, I don't know, that's weird. I didn't know they expected it to have 4. Obviously, we have to put the AI count up to as high as we can, but we're sticking with 4 just because it's simpler, even though we could have more. Again, staying on lab basin because I don't really care. Okay, so this one's a little bit different. This one, actually, we can do kind of a race. So we're going to do that. So we basically, we pick one of the teams and we just have to keep on going back and forth. Someone else picked it. I have to wait. There's quite a few different fates you can do. You can pick up the person who has the flag and kill them, and that'll make them drop it. Or you can capture it yourself. At first it seemed really straightforward, but then I'm gonna have to clear this out, by the way. I don't know who left a Nitro there, but... Okay, now that team scored. This is where we can actually drift and actually have it work out. Okay. Ah, Mister. Completely Mister.
Mate, you call that racing?
Okay, good. We won that time. Change setup again. We could change level as well. I might change level for the final one, I guess, but I don't know why, but I like the lab basement as one of my favorite ones. Next we have Crystal Grab. Get greedy, collect the most house crystals within the time limit, but don't get hit or you'll pay a heist. Okay, so this is like the... This is like coin runners in what is it? Mario Kart 8. This is like coin runners, basically, except with crystals instead of coins, which is interesting. So, this one you want to get a lot of coins early, but then you want to attach yourself at all costs. This way might be a little bit tricky for that. Sure, there's a shield, but there's lots of silly items that just don't do anything. Also, this reminds me kind of the crystal thing. So we're obviously just gonna go for all the big ones first, and then once we can't get any more, we have to basically follow other players around and try and take their crystals as well. Get to 10 WUMPA so our power-ups will be powered up. Ah, he has a shield. Let's hang on to... Oh, here's some crystals, finally. Ah, he stole it from me at the last minute. Oh, I dodged that. Oh, that's pink, I just noticed. That's really good. Okay, so it's kind of similar to that of the original. When you fail that because you get hit, the penalty for losing is 3 crystals or something. And it also tells you who the leader is, so you can go for them in case they in case you ought to win. So I need to start doing that. Dude, that pet really wants to end on this action. I squished him and that caused him to drop crystals, okay. Okay, now I just need to speed run away. This is one of the easier worlds to do once you become fast with it. The other one I don't like. The other one is basically as close to the original Crash battle mode as it was, which is just like a regular battle mode, and this all it is just coins.
Mate, you call that racing?
I destroyed them. 11 crystals, and 2 of them had 0. That was funny. Okay. Alright, one more and then we'll change level to the arena next. Because I think that'll be even more fun. Last card driving. Hit your opponents before they get you as you have a limited amount of tries. Okay. This is another one that was also in the original, and this one, this time, is exactly like Balloon Battle. So you basically all start with 3 lives, just like the Balloon Battle, and you have to hit your opponents 3 times to get out. If you get hit 3 times, you're out. This is probably the most competitive of the battle modes, since you can dodge lots of things and use your own items to block stuff, and lots of fun stuff. But you can also get destroyed really quickly. This mode also is probably the most random of the modes, since you can easily get wrecked in a few seconds if you get unlucky. So yeah, just like before, we're probably gonna power up our items first, so that we can use them to better effect, and then we kind of just have to try and hope for the best power-ups. Shield is probably one of the best to get here, since it immediately blocks a hit for essentially free. It's not a good time to use it, though. Oh, that's probably one of the best ways to go. Passy and Possum already gone. I completely destroy him. Okay. So you kind of just want to hope for bombs and missiles here and just use them one by one until everything's done. Now I can track that guy. Oh, but he has a shield too. He's kind of just driving around though. If I actually run away with my lead and keep it, then I just win from that.
Mate, you call that racing?
Okay, nice. Alright, time to change level now. This might get a little boring otherwise. We'll go into the parking lot this time. Again, I did kind of try and warn you guys that this video might be really short, but I figure I may as well show all the battle modes. I was going to do all the battle modes originally in all the tracks, but screw that. Just pick this up and rush to your home portal. Okay, so this is a speedrun one. 2 teams, AI count. Okay, that's good. So this is like, this is like the weird one or something. This is like capture the hill, but with out a hill, you just get a flag instead, which is crazy. We need to first figure out where this flag is, though, and we'll have to use our speed to get to there before anybody else can. Because, screw the items here. They can be used to take someone else's flag back, but other than that, though, there's nothing really much else that you could do. Okay. I see the flash. It's on the left side. Okay, so that's our flag right there. Someone's trying to troll guard it, but nope. That's one of our team. Okay, I'll just guard this spot and wait. Okay. Okay, that was like that was like a 1 second game. Holy crap. Okay. that was very quick. In the original game, the battle could only be done with multiple players. No AI allowed, unfortunately, which is kind of dumb, but it is what it is. But anyway, I'm not sure what to do. Guess what? I'm not going to label this as a battle mode, guys. Yep, you guessed it. We're gonna finally do the finale thing that you've probably been waiting all this time to see. We are doing a cup on hard to finish off the video to end all videos. This is gonna be the WUMPA Cup on hard difficulty. Oh, as soon as I set it to hard. Seems like that remains permanent across all of the maps. I think I know why that happened. I think at one point I set the player count to like 4 or something to do a single race or whatever, and then it didn't set back for some reason. I don't know what, other than that, I don't really know what happened there, but that was the battle mode. It's definitely a lot better than it used to be, and heck, because it's online now, it's definitely really fun to do. There'll occasionally be people that do it, though the race is way more popular, but anyways, no time to talk. This is hard mode. You pretty much have to do the time trial to win all these courses. And that's all I'll say. So you'll get to see all this live. So, wish me luck. Okay. I have to focus for this first track, because this is absolutely tough.
I'll fry you.
Okay, at least I got the shortcut first try. Ah, dang it. That's what I was worried about. Whew! Okay, I blocked that just at the last second. Now. Perfect, okay. The one time I need to actually block missiles, I actually block them. And 2 out of 3 shortcut is not bad. Nice, 131.
You call that racing?
So the reason why I had to focus there is that, as silly as it is, was the hardest track to do in all of hard mode, like to just finish in first place on hard mode. It doesn't seem like it at first, but once you do it, it's gonna be a lot different. You see those AI? They were keeping on my tail the entire time, and you wanna know why? Crash Cove barely has any shortcuts. So if you fail just a little bit, then you just lose. It's crazy. And if you don't take the shortcut route, they win because they're faster than you on that track. That's a plus. Like, that's actually a thing. They're actually faster than you. And to, like, prove it, if you were not boosting, they'd still be faster than you if you had 10 WUMPA and a mask. It's so stupid. And that's what makes hard mode so difficult. Which is why I have to do all these shortcuts, because otherwise I don't stand a chance against them. So, of course, I'm gonna be doing shortcuts like crazy. Thankfully, this is one of the easier courses, so it shouldn't be too bad, but of course I do have to deal with the RNG shortcut here. Thankfully, they don't know about it, so they won't actually take it ever. This TNT is like the worst RNG you can get, since it can be hopped off, so it hardly even does anything happen half of the time. And, oh, man. Okay, well, that was bad. You want to try and take that with a good time, otherwise it won't work. Of course, if you have a mask, then that shortcut's completely free. Oh. Hopefully this lasted on enough time. Okay. Jeez, I'm getting nitros all the time. You want to get either a beaker, a bomb, a TNT, or an Aku... you want to get either a beaker, missile, something else, or an Aku mask. You want one of those items before you take the shortcut. Otherwise, you just don't get it. That's why I say that shortcut's completely RNG. And the boost won't work either. You pretty much need other stuff into the other stuff. Thankfully, this is a big break from the last track, so it's not as hard, which is why I'm not focusing as much, since you don't really need much to do this, because there's a big shortcut at the beginning, and there's another short at the end. So if you could get all of that, you can go really fast on this. This next one is probably going to be the toughest of the ones, at least for skill. Blizzard Buff has, of course, a shortcut that you could take that'll save a tremendous amount of time, but again, just like all of the others, we have to deal with that hard CPU RNG. If they hit us even once, we can't take it, so we kind of just have to drift and hope for the best. I did figure out how to do the turn 1 shortcut, so I could do that and maybe save a split second of time, though. It's very close, though. I may end up just doing a quick one instead around the loop to be safe, but I don't know what I'll do. Let's just go for it. Yeah, it still mostly saves time, I guess. Okay. And I jumped early again. Of course I have to jump early. Because why not? And just as like you saw there, one miss and I'm instantly in 8th place. That's how punishing the shortcut is. And that's the one reason why I hate this track. Which is why I'm actually going to probably keep this mask and try and use it to take the shortcut. Just to play it safe, because screw that. I don't want to lose this one as well. Actually, well, it would only be my first less. Okay, I'm using it now. I waited longer and it still didn't work. Wow. Jeez, this shortcut is just demanding as heck. Okay, frick that. I kind of understood that at one point you need boost for that, but I didn't know that the mask was that bad. I thought that was at least decent. Okay, we pretty much have to go for it now. And we already messed up. Again. Keep in mind, the mask doesn't help as much, because they are still faster than us, with 10 boost and a mask. Okay, we took 2 positions, but, yeah. And we just have to keep on going, by the way. And that's the surprise that I mentioned, by the way, was that I was going to do a hard mode one for you. And of course I had to frickin' fail Blizzard buff as per usual. That first one, that wasn't even my fault. That wasn't even their fault, too. I had the drift set up. I just jumped way too late. There's a specific drift you have to get there to do it. Once you can actually get it, though, you make it almost every time by just going straight. Of course, to be fair, I think I was going the wrong line anyway, though. I think you have to jump on the far right, and I was jumping on the far left. That's why I was screwing up. So if I get another chance to do that, and now I'll definitely do that. But it will be fine, because I'll just drift around Coco Park, and it'll be no big deal. Coco Park does have a couple of shortcuts, and this is one of them. You do the loop up the top, and that cuts the entire first turn in half. Because they suck so badly at taking the turns good, it's one of the only ways to beat them on this track. Otherwise, this is probably one of the other worst tracks in the game. In fact, I actually am not surprised that I'm losing right here, because again, it's another basic track, which means the CPUs will destroy us on it. If you can do this shortcut really good, then you can get ahead of them pretty well. Okay. Of course, we're gonna be edge turning like crazy in this course and just hoping for some good luck on the shortcuts. You can see those missiles are really good. They'll track you even from the shortcut. That's what makes them so dumb. And the most unfair thing, as you can see, is they just do as many of them as they want, and it's not fun. And yeah, I think I have to restart, unfortunately. I usually get like 9, 9, and 27, and that gets me a win, but I just can't take it. I'm sorry, I have to restart there. If I had not screwed up Blizzard buff, it would have been fine, but there we go. And this, I mostly did this because I wanted to show you the one reason why I wasn't initially going to do the cups on hard. And you can see why. Because the CPU is sometimes gosh darn hard at times, where if you don't know what you're doing, which I wasn't knowing what I was doing on that track anyways, it's so easy to just screw up and lose tons of time to the point where you'll just lose, and it's not fun. Like, although I pulled some decent times on Crash Cove, it didn't matter because I just got bad luck there. How was else was I supposed to react to 2 missiles? Keep in mind, I didn't even have any items because I had to skip most of them to go fast, of course, so that doesn't help that. And that's why I don't do cups on hard, as you can see. You just get destroyed, and I bet you most people haven't even won a cup on hard at all, just because of how difficult the CPU is. It's basically like they're forcing you to drift pretty much for the entire course in order to stand a chance. And I just barely dodged that beaker, by the way. Imagine how much harder this would be if you didn't even know how to boost this. It'd be even harder than it already is. Oh, just barely got that off in time. Had to stop my drift there just to figure out if I could get an item or not. Thankfully, this one at least gives you a chance to get an item, so you can block the other stuff. So for this one, definitely keeping a bigger TNT is probably the best idea. Although the boost is faster, getting the beaker is probably the best, because you can drop it to completely block one TNT. Okay. In case you're wondering, the best way to win, like I said, is time trialing the track. And the way you do it on Crash Cove is by doing this for, like, the entire race. 129. Nice. In case you're wondering, I practiced Crash Cove a ton off screen just to make sure I wouldn't screw up the track, and I think I'm decently good at it now. I think my lowest I've pulled so far is like 128 on that, but yeah. Hopefully we can get better RNG on this track though. As for that Tiger Temple, I probably shouldn't have gone for that. You can only really do the forward shortcut if you have a mass, so probably the best strategy I'm going to do is to just do the 2-lap strategy that I did before, where you just cut to the jump, you jump like 3 times, and then you go to take the shortcut after that. It only saves time, by the way, if you do it really fast, though. Of course, it's one of the tougher ones to take, so... The main problem is it only gives you one chance at getting a good item, and the game is really trolling me badly. Not even giving me a missile, just TNT, just non-stop. It really wants me to use TNT, and I don't like it. Of course they have to leave a beaker on the one spot I like. Okay, thank gosh, I finally got something. This one's probably the easiest of the two, but just because since they can't take the RNG shortcut, and because the RNG shortcut shaves so much time, I would be surprised if I actually lost to them on this track. And wow! Okay. That's a new one. Frick you, game. Goodness. I'm sorry I had to say that, but screw you, game. A crash? Really? In the middle of this game? Are you kidding me? Frick. Screw off. Okay, now that's just bullcrap. Oh, now everyone's gonna roast me in the comments. I just know it. Like, if I had only won earlier, this wouldn't happen. But these random crashes are just the worst, and it's not fun. And I'm not showing you the intro because screw that. You can watch that yourselves. Now, the one thing that is different on the intro is if you were playing on a later patch when you played this game, there used to be an intro video that would play the first time you would play the game that showed you how to get Nitro. And was like also the introduction to the game. It was like an announcement by the announcer chickens, you know, those guys. Okay. Is it still on him? I'm pretty sure it still saves. I don't know. If that actually screwed up my character choice, I don't know what I'll do. It'll be fun. I'll just quit then. But still, man, why did you have to do that? I know it was kind of like mid-session, but still, That's like the only random grain crash I've had so far. Usually the Switch is really good. What the heck happened? Sheesh. Now the Switch is suddenly being bad all of a sudden. Wow. Okay. Well, now I get to go for the nightmare that is Crash Cove again. Wish me luck. That's all I can say, really. I've gotten so good at it, thank goodness. But still. Where am I? Okay, good. I'm still Dingodile. Okay. Of course, now I get a bad start. Nice shield. I think that grass eats your drift straight up. Ah, there we go. And so it begins. No, you don't. Get out of my way. I'm just trying to win, man. I deserve this, man. I've been looking so hard on the same track every time. Oh, I barely dodged that beaker there. The bombs are also some of the worst because there's no reaction to it. It just goes. That's the dumb thing about it. Okay, this time I got the shortcut. Because so far behind though, I'm not in the lead anymore. Jeez, even they know how to take it. No, thank you. I'm gonna quit that because you saw what happened on the last tracks. We're gonna quit until we get an RNG first. And that one was kind of a mix. That was mostly on me because I didn't take the shortcut there. I had a chance to and I messed up, of course. See, of course this stuff has to happen because it's RNG. Why would it not happen? And now you see why I hate Crash Cove so much. The reason why I didn't do this initially is because if I had done it, I'd probably be resetting on this track for up to an hour if I didn't get good luck. But hey, at least now I can play decently with boost. And you could kind of see the bullcrap right there. She was still faster than me even though I had like a boost going. I tried to drift that, and she was still faster than me. You pretty much have to outturn them. That's your only way of victory. Yeah. And that came right after I pulled a 129 on this track, too, which is really good. So, that's not fun. Okay. That's the same place that they tried to throw a beaker at me before, but this time they didn't get it this time. Ah, of course. Okay, now I can't even take the shortcut. Screw that. I'm just going this way. You can see how constant the drifting is. It's literally just drifting like non-stop through the entire track. Okay, well now they're like light years behind me. And you can see what the RNG does. Sometimes you get lucky with the shortcuts and you just take it 3 times in a row and then they get behind you. And then other times they just go so fast. It's so unreal, man. Okay, well, back to the same spot that crashed, Tiger Temple. Hopefully we can survive this time. Ugh. Gosh dang, we need it. Ugh. Obviously, if this takes beyond 1 hour, I may end up cutting out the part. In fact, I might, since this one doesn't really matter, I'm gonna cut out the entire part up to that bullcrap crash. Like, just straight up game crash. Just so you don't have to see that, because screw that. That's silly. You don't want to see any of that. But I'll try to keep it in, because it'll make for a funny moment. Somewhere, I bet. But anyways, back to this place. You can hardly drift in here at all. It's not easy. Of course, right after I drop this, a missile comes. Okay, thank goodness it didn't hit me. Okay, I got the beaker. Now time to save it for the shortcut. That's how you're supposed to do that fast, by the way. I just messed it up the first time. Okay, that's a good start. That's a decent start. I'll take that. 2 out of 3 is good. Considering in the run, in order to go fastest, you basically have to get key. Yeah. I can't believe I crashed on this track, by the way. That's so unreal. Like, it's so unusual, too, how the hardware just fails out of nowhere. Ugh. It's, like, so unfair, man. Okay. Well, I pulled back with a 148 at least, which was way better than the last one. Now we get a chance to reprove myself on Blizzard Buff. If I could just get the first shortcut, it wouldn't even matter. And of course I know now that masks can't help me, I just have to boost and pray. The main thing you have to do, in fact, to really guarantee is you pretty much have to keep your boost from the start, which is your... what is it? You get a boost pad a few minutes before a lock, and then after that is the shortcut. You have to keep that the entire way through if you want any chance of taking the shortcut, and then time it perfectly. But it saves a huge chunk of time, but loses a lot of time if you miss it, as you can see. So obviously, because of that, I'm gonna build a drift up right away and try and get it. Okay, looks like I did not get it. So I'll just do the backup instead. Because for that, I already lost so much time to this. If I could just turn better, it won't matter. At least we got this shortcut to skip a bunch of the track. Tried to send that in time, but not quick enough. Ah, I ran out at the last minute. That's stupid. That's just bad. I had it, and then it ran out at the last second. I'm just gonna keep on boosting this time. Jeez, the others are light years ahead of me. Oh no. Okay. At least I didn't get hit by that stupid thing. Yay, I made it this time, but it doesn't matter because they're light years ahead of me anyway. And the missile's being dumb again. Why is the missile always so dumb in this track? But okay, I'll take it. At least I get some points out of it this time. Third, I'll definitely take. Of course, if I had gotten the thing on the first try both times in a row, then it would have instantly gave me away. And there you can kind of see why they're so cheap. At 1, to win against the hard CPU, you're expected to take the shortcut 3 times. And the first lap is also RG, so yeah, that's why it sucks. I took all the shortcuts, I still wasn't able to beat them, because they're just trolly like that. This time around, I will take whichever one we get. I think Von Kletch or whatever that was is in the lead, so if I beat him, then I win. If he gets first, then I probably lose, though. So let's hope for something good, or... Actually, no, I think it's Komodo Mo instead. Never mind. Okay, I got a drift out of this at least. Shield is much better than the last time I got nothing. And obviously I'm gonna be getting WUMPA as soon as I can. Bomb can still work, but it's not best, so I'm gonna get rid of it and hope for something better. Kind of a risky shortcut, seeing as how you don't get an item for the IO box. Nice. Bowling bombed. Come to think of it, I think the beaker next to like some of the other items is one of the best items in this mode, just because of the fact that you can use it to block missiles. Okay, well, at least I got that good enough 3 times this time. One good thing about Coco Park is that it's so easy to build up a boost, so it's not that terrible once you get the hang of it. But man, PPUs could just be destructive on this one. That's right, Whales. Take that. Pulled a 132 there. That was really good considering I nearly got hit like 2 times and I had to slow down, and I still got really good time on it. Alright, I win, because that was the first. So, I found out that if you're 27 points or higher when you get to this, you're guaranteed to win, because ties always go to the player. However, it's not guaranteed, because if you get the 27 points lose, and the same player also... Wait, no, never mind. Then that would be a tie. I was thinking if a CPU player got 666-9, which would be 27 points, and you got 8th, then that would both be 27, right? Okay, so yeah. So yeah, I'm correct. If you have 27 or more points, as far as I know, at the end of this, you win. So if you get 3 first places and like 4 for higher on one of them, you just automatically win. Because, well, to be fair, you deserve it. But anyway, there we go. The game is finally 100% complete in the technical standards. So now all we have to do is mash a cup, and we unlocked Trophy Gold. Alright. Now I'm going to show all the characters just to make sure I have everything. So, the first character you unlock is Viperu. Then this guy, I have him, I have him, I have him. And I also have Oxide, which you get from the time trials, or final boss battle rather. Then you have Dr. N Trophy. The rest of these are just special characters. Oh, and I do have King Chicken as well, which is unlocked from the storyline, so yeah, I have that as well. Next, we have Bodies. You unlock this from beating storyline, which I do. And then you also unlock these from beating the storyline, which I also have. And then if you go down, everything has this unlockable and pit shop icon, which means I am done with that. And this one, you get the Beanox tires and these 5 tires. So that means that, yeah, and champion tires. That's what you get for beating all of Oxide's times, and then I'll just go down there. And there you go, I have all the tire unlockables as well. Other than the ones with the item. And I guess I'll show you these one by one. Trophy Gold, Trophy Silver, Trophy Bronze, and all the ones above. Those are from the storyline. I have all of those. And then I have Relic Sapphire, Relic Gold, Relic Platinum, which proves I collected all of the storyline Platinums. And then, all of these are just unlockable via the pit stop, so that means nothing's left there. For stickers, I have lots of stickers. You get handed stickers as you go through these. It takes forever to go through them all, but as far as I know, there's not any other unlockable stickers left. The main ones that are of interest are the character icons, which you get for advancing for the main storyline, but other than that, that's about it for that. And then there's special cards, which is still locked, but that's not required for 100%. And then I'll show you the final thing as well, just to make sure of it. So there is my adventure mode file, 101% complete with everything there. On local arcade, I'll show you the cup races. There you go. I have all of the stars on that, which means I beat all of that. And then time trial is the final technical one. You only need the first 2 stars on this because the Emperor reveal times don't matter for actual 100% completion, which is why I'm not going for them, because screw those times, they're way too optimized. But there we go, we have all of those. And you can see the gold and bronze and silver are on all of them, which means yes, I've beaten all the time trials as well, and that is it. And there it is. That just proves that I have 100% of the game, and with that, we are finally done with this game. Leave a like if you guys enjoyed, comment, rate, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. I won't do any more videos on this, but I will do one thing. I'm going to start unlocking stuff in the pit stop, and when I finally get all the stuff in the pit stop, I will come back and show you a full 100% file that actually has everything, which will include the Emperor reveal time trials, by the way, but that's going to be done on my off time, because screw doing that. As for this one, I don't really know what to do. Okay, we're going to get these character bundles, because the character bundles on the side are usually the best deal ever. Oh wow, we already have 3 of those. Screw that. We'll just change that out. Okay, well now we can't. Okay, we'll get Baby Cortex finally, I guess. He fires the laser, but laser just like Cortex does when he wins as well. And then we... Oh, sticker pack as well. I guess that's how you get your stickers. Okay. Well, that is it. See you guys in the next video, and I hope to see you guys in a later video. Peace.